Next, we'll take a closer look at carbohydrates. Let's start with a review on diabetes. Glucose is the main source of energy for the human body. The glucose that circulates in the bloodstream comes mostly from the carbohydrates in some of the foods that we eat. Fruit is an example of food that contains carbohydrates. When a person has diabetes, the cells don't properly use the glucose circulating in the blood. The glucose builds up in the bloodstream, which causes hyperglycemia, a situation where a person's blood sugar is abnormally high. Carbohydrates are part of a healthy and balanced diet and are the main source of energy for the body. Every adult, whether they have diabetes or not, needs a minimum of 130 grams of carbohydrates per day, since it's the main fuel for the brain and the nervous system. People with diabetes, however, need to manage their carbohydrate intake to keep their blood glucose within targets and to limit its fluctuations. It's therefore crucial to be able to recognize foods that contain carbohydrates. Meat, poultry, fish, seafood, and eggs do not contain carbohydrates. Most cheeses, nuts, and seeds do contain carbohydrates, but in very little amounts. They therefore wouldn't be considered when managing carbohydrate intake. The following food categories do contain carbohydrates: cereals, grains, and starchy foods, fruits and their juices, vegetables and their juices, dairy products and their alternatives, such as milk, yogurt, and kefir, soy, almond, and coconut beverages, legumes and pulses, such as lentils, chickpeas, and black beans, foods with added sugar, such as candy, soft drinks, cakes, and pies, and some sweetening ingredients, such as sugar, brown sugar, honey, and syrups. The following 4 strategies can help best manage your carbohydrate intake. Have 3 meals a day, spaced 4 to 6 hours apart. Eat at regular meal times. Eat the same amount of carbohydrates for the same meal from one day to the next. And when choosing carbohydrate foods, opt for the most nutritious ones. As previously discussed, glucose is the main source of energy for the body. This glucose comes mostly from the carbohydrates in some of the foods that we eat. Most people with diabetes need 45 to 75 grams of carbohydrates per meal. When needed, snacks should contain 15 grams of carbohydrates. Some people need more carbohydrates, such as young individuals or very physically active people. Discuss your carbohydrate needs with a dietitian. This course has been made possible with the financial support of Hush Diabetes Care, a division of Hoffman La Roche Limited.